Hey friends, Jessica Mason here with a very late episode of Sober Story. So I had a unique day. I don't know how to listen to my body anymore. And no, don't eat the stick. It's funny because I just did a video this morning about sobriety being dependent on reestablishing that mind-body connection. But from addiction to chronic pain, and having this mentality that, the show must go on. I'm not good at knowing where the line of I should push through to I need to stop really is. And I crossed that line with my body tonight. It got to where I'd have to stop every few feet, lay on my back. When my migraine gets really bad, it just starts spreading through my back, like it just melts down the back of me. I'm sure I'm just tensing because of the pain. But I ended up having to leave early because I physically couldn't go on. And I was simultaneously feeling really badly about leaving, really badly about not being able to finish what I was doing, and feeling really stupid for having pushed as hard as I did. And those both existed in the same space tonight. But the lesson that really came out of it for me was that when I don't show compassion at times that I should, I am given the opportunity from the universe to be on the other side of it. And it has happened to me throughout my life. Judging people for becoming a teen mom, judging people for getting divorced more than once. These things that I should have felt more compassion than I did. And when I didn't, I was on the other side of it. And today we had a lot of people committed to working this event. And it was the main fundraiser for the year for our nonprofit. And because we had people committed above what we had signed up to do, an opportunity presented itself for us to really grow what we're doing. And it was just over the amount of what we were raising with this fundraiser. But we had about a third of the people either call in or leave mid-shift or not call or show up at all. And I can only see it from my perspective. I could only see it from how embarrassed I felt, that I had promised all these people to the festival, and how panicked I now was that we had already spent that money. And then I wasn't able to finish my shift. And granted, I worked the other shifts. So I ended up doing considerably more than I had planned to do for the day for my body. I have gotten better at scheduling and at a reasonable rate, but I couldn't go on. I had to leave. And I was shown that sometimes things happen. Sometimes life or health, whatever, gets in the way and we cannot fulfill our obligations. And I've said in other videos, we keep our promises until it's no longer healthy for us to do so. And I was caught up in my own perspective throughout the day. And I was shown that even with the best of intentions, sometimes things happen. And I am grateful for every opportunity that I have to gain compassion, gain perspective, gain empathy, because I feel very differently about the day. I feel very grateful for the opportunity. The volunteers we had worked their butts off. I'm not the only one in this shape tonight. I mean, Steph Cayley and Tim Knott just worked themselves to the bone today, among many others, but those two just, they've got to be in a puddle like I am tonight too. But there are also opportunities in things that don't seem to go right. When I first opened my studio, it was because this dance studio closed down by my house, this beautiful 2-room space, the bars, the mirrors, the floors, everything was there. I mean, thousands of dollars of build out was just there. And I was like, I mean, that was always my dream, was to open a studio. But it certainly wasn't the point in my life. I didn't have the money for that, but it was there. So I got ready. I put together a business plan and went through the whole thing. And I ended up not qualifying for that space because I was brand new. But at that point, I already had the momentum. So then I just started looking for a space and did a build out. And that's how I got started a decade earlier than was in my life plan. And even though we weren't able to raise the amount of money that we had initially planned with this event, because of this event, I signed on for something that is going to be just the turning point for our nonprofit. It's going to allow us to help so many more people and have such a bigger reach, and just take years off of our marketing plan to get there. And even though now, I'm going to have to again trust the universe to provide, I wouldn't have taken that chance if I hadn't thought that I had this money coming. And I'm glad I took the chance. I'm gonna make it work out. And I just feel like so often opportunities get overlooked because they come to us as we identified as something else, as frustration, as disappointment. But there's just opportunities to be had in everything. Like even sitting here in the kind of pain I am in this moment, I am filled with compassion for other people. And that's a great way to end the day, not frustrated or irritated or let down because people didn't come. I feel none of that. I just feel grateful for the people who came. I feel empathy for the people who couldn't make it. And that's a much better place to be in. And if that comes at the expense of what I'm feeling right now, I'll take it. I'll take some physical pain to have a burden lifted off of my heart. Absolutely. And it's hard to see things as they're happening. I get quicker with the message and the stuff that I'm dealing with. But it's not always easy, and you have to look. But if you're always looking for opportunities to grow, if you're always looking for opportunities for the situations you're in to better you, you'll find them. I could very easily be sitting here lamenting my own pain on top of all this stuff. I could be adding it to the list instead of seeing the perspective that it gave me. So it's not about what happens. I mean, there's opportunities around us all the time because there's always problems. There's always headaches. There's always, literally and figuratively, there's always chances for us to be better people through the experiences we go through. And if you make it your intention to find that purpose, you're going to see it everywhere. Good luck.